Alright, man. Just made my foodsies. These the eatsies. We got 2 PB&Js. We got beef and rice. And we got the rest of this protein shake from last night. I got like half left. So we up. It's foodsie time. What is up, guys? It's currently 8:30 p.m. I'm about to do my leg workout before I get back to my stream. Today's a really weird day. It's going to be like this for maybe like a week, 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? But basically, yeah, I'm doing this event for my stream right now where I got to stream until like the stream like ends. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it's just like this event where I got to stay on stream the whole entire day and week. You know what I'm saying? Until a certain day. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna try my best to still like talk to y'all through these videos, but most of these next few videos is just gonna be me working out. I need to invest in a mat. They're only like, how much are they? Y'all know?
You'll ever get there.
Start off with 50 calf raises.
He would be correct. Because he doesn't take the shovel.
Exactly. That's the moral of the story.
There's not some easy, lit up, street-like path with nice smooth roads.
That's right. I wanted to be one so bad. So bad. I fought my ass off. And I saw them as uncommon people. Very uncommon. But once you become a Navy SEAL, you're all Navy SEALs. You go. Because I started becoming civilized. I started becoming complacent. I need to get my fucking ass kicked again. And when you go as a SEAL going down to, you have no rank in Ranger School, you fucking go, man. I want to eat. Hey, man, I'm all about that kind of mentality. But I would sometimes take it to another level. You know, I wasn't part of a good old boy network. I didn't want to be part. I want to be David fucking Goggins. For too long in my life, and it got me in trouble. For too long in my life, I wanted to be accepted. If you fucking like UFC and I didn't, I love it. I love it, man. Let's go fucking watch it, man. Be my friend. Be my buddy. That fucking weak ass shit. I found out through this path of life, who is David Goggins? Who am I? So going through all, I did it alone. There was no fucking trophy on the fucking wall on the mantle. That trophy's in my fucking brain. No one helped me get there. No one paid my fucking bills. No one did shit for me. No one ran those fucking miles, lost that fucking weight. I suffered on my own and developed this man who said, "That's who I am, man." A very competitive, ultra competitive dude that take it what you want, man.
I call that personal sovereignty.
Exactly.
There's not a lot of people that have that.
That's me.
There's a lot of people that change who they are depending upon what people want from them.
And that's me.
Yeah, that's important, man. And most people struggle their whole life to find out who they are. Struggle their whole life to find out what defines them, what they actually enjoy and what they don't.
You start putting yourself in situations that suck, you'll find yourself.
Yeah.
You'll find it real quick.
That is the thing, right? And that's one of the things that I've gotten from paying attention to you is that what you're preaching, what you're talking about is finding yourself through struggle.
That's it. It's the only way to find yourself. You don't find yourself, if you like bench pressing and you bench press all the fucking time, what are you finding out? If you like to swim, that's all you want to do is swim, what are you finding out? Put that, people always, people talk about triple down on your fucking strengths.
Right.
That's the fucking weakest shit in the world. No, triple down on your fucking weakness. How I did growing up, on how to ignore that voice that's saying, you ain't with yourself. I believe all these fucking cameras and phones and shit, it takes you away from the most powerful thing in the world, which is your fucking mind. So I try hard to continue to grow that. I'm trying to break a record again. I'm trying to cross Death Valley as fast as possible, top of Mount Whitney. And I'm constantly trying to put goals in front of me, but the biggest thing is I'm trying to find more of myself. And the only way I can find more is to silence the world out as much as I can, because it's getting busier every day. It's getting faster. And the faster somebody else's book about some theory on how to do shit, some guy who sat up in a nice warm office and wrote some book with a nice cup of coffee in the fucking hand. No, I want to see that guy who immersed himself in fucking hell. And he thought about quitting and leaving and his wife and his kids, and why am I here? Is it worth it? All this crazy shit? And still said, and found out a way to get through it. So basically that's the bottom line of it all. We all want to read about how we can quickly get somewhere. That's why the 6-minute abs and all sort of shit is so powerful. You may get some results from it, but they're not permanent. The permanent result comes from you fucking, I say it all the time, you have to suffer. You have to make that a tattoo on your fucking brain so when that hard time comes again, you don't forget it. You may forget it for a second, but you can go back in the cookie jar, I call it. It's something that we've all endured. I call it the cookie jar, and we often forget how hard we are, but you gotta reflect back. Take a couple seconds to reflect. I've been through this, I've been through that. And then remind yourself, I'm a bad motherfucker. And then you can get through that shit. But if you don't believe it, you haven't endured shit, you're just blowing smoke, man. And you're not gonna get through anything.
What was this guy saying? Like, what was his theories that he was throwing out there?
His theories was about, I forget exactly what it was, but it was something about what the mind does under stress. And how we can't, he said how we can't do something. And I did it. I did what he said we couldn't do.
Like, what was he saying you couldn't do?
It was something about if you're born a certain way, it's something about if you're born a certain way, you can't become this way. And it was totally saying that who I am now, like I had to be born with some, man, do you believe in God? You cuss so much. When I say fuck, it's letting you know what I'm thinking. If I try to make it all pretty and shit, that's not what my life was. It was a violent struggle daily to get where I'm at today. I'm not gonna water it down. Shit wasn't fun. It ain't fun today, but I'm happy.
Don't you think that your happiness is probably elevated by the amount of pain that you've gone through?
100%.
So the amount of suffering that you understand, the amount of pain that you've gone through makes you appreciate the happiness and the beautiful moments with much more intensity.
That's what weak people miss about my story. Weak people hear this soft kid, oh my God, he must be miserable. Oh my God, what the hell's wrong with him? You're missing the fucking story. You're not listening to the story, man. Look what I overcame. If that doesn't put some badge of honor tattooed in your fucking brain for the rest of your life, you can die today talking to Joe Rogan. I'm not gonna speak to you like, oh man, everything's great. No, I have a lot more shit to do. Well,
this is in the same use of the word that you used, the warrior's mentality, the warrior's life.
Right.
This is the way that you can keep balanced and sane,
right,
and keep a good grip on who you are.
Period. And like there's a quote that was said, I don't know who said it, but it was a great quote. This guy said, going into combat, going into war, out of the 100 men that go into war, 10 shouldn't even fucking be there. 80 of them are just targets. 10 do most of, or 9 do most of the fighting. 1 is a warrior. And it's a true quote to life. I saw it going through training, I saw it everywhere I went. There's so many people who just show up to life that shouldn't even fucking be around. And there's few people who do all the work. I wanted to be part of that 9, and I'm working towards being that 1. And that's just how I live my life.
Now, what are you doing with your life these days?
Right now, I keep the same, I'm very routine. I get up every morning, I run, I go to the gym, and then at nighttime I stretch out. I am just trying to develop a business, costing me a lot of money trying to do that. I'm just getting out. I'm an introvert, so I never want to get on social media. I'm not big on that. I'm big on being way in hell. That thing just dies when you die. I want to be able to look back on my life when I'm all dead and be so fucking proud of myself forever. This is all temporary shit to me. I want to be forever proud of who I was as a man and change who I used to be. The liar, the insecure guy, the guy who can, whatever. I want to be proud. If I die now, if I die at 80, if I die at 90, 100, I want to look at myself and say, proud of myself.
Don't you think that also, like what we're saying, that because you've gone through so much struggle, you appreciate happiness, true happiness? Do you think that you appreciate discipline because you weren't disciplined? Do you think you appreciate the hard work you put in because you used to be weak?
Yes, I appreciate self-discipline.
Yes.
I never had, and the crazy thing about what, you say that, I didn't have a motherfucker come wake me up. No, man. No, that's why I do it though. That's the only way to callous your fucking brain, man. That's the only way to get hard in life. People take these classes on mental toughness. Like even Steve did the class about visualization, self-taught, eat an elephant one bite at a time, breathing control. Yeah, roger that. You gotta put yourself in a hellacious situation. It's a lifestyle. How are you gonna react? How are you gonna react? Like all that training goes out the fucking door when you're in the fucking cold water and you're fucking miserable, and it's the first hour of 130 hours of Hell Week, and that first wave goes over your head, and you're the coldest you've been in your life, and your mind goes from hour 1 to hour 1:30, all that fucking self-talk and shit, dude, you ain't thinking about getting the fuck out of here. But if you live this shit on a daily basis and you know how to calm your mind down, the self-talk will help. All that stuff will help. But usually we react. We have pain, we have suffering, we react. And we react about, get the fuck out of here. We gotta go. It's those people who are able to control that fucking feeling of fucking flight and say, no, motherfucker, there's a way through this. It's not gonna be here forever. I'm not cold right now. I went through 3 of them. I'm not cold now. I'm in a nice warm studio with you. You gotta think about that shit. This shit's gonna end. It's gonna end, but we don't know that. We don't think that. At that time, it's about.
I know what you're saying. It sounds like a simplistic answer.
Right. You can. But you have to go into those dark chambers that we often shut off, and you gotta open them up. You gotta open up and fight that fucking demon. Get in there, talk to that motherfucker, say what's up. And we all like to take this 4-lane highway. The easy highway. It has fucking signs, it has restaurants. We all love that 4-lane highway. We always step over the shovel. And all I did was I picked up that fucking shovel, and that shovel, I made my own path. And you may have big boulders and shit. They may be getting 200 miles up the road faster than you. But going through this path of life, this journey over here that you make yourself, that's incredibly difficult. When it comes out the other end of that motherfucker is some glorious shit that you can't even explain to people. And we're afraid. Bottom line is most of us, even the people who have all these theories and shit, it's easier to accept the fact that I'm just not good enough. I wasn't made to do that. And yeah, some of us can't be LeBron fucking James. But I'll tell you right now, man, we can do a lot of shit when it comes to this pure arm guts and willpower and getting through shit. We have a lot more than we think we have.
Yeah, the problem with a guy like that with his theories are based on results. And those results are based on human beings. And most human beings, there's certain people that are born with certain gifts, like a guy like LeBron James, obvious physical talent. You know, John Jones in MMA, obviously physical talent. But when you look at someone who's super successful, you always assume that it has to be because of some sort of physical gifts, because people look at themselves, and I'm sure this doctor, this old dude, probably had like a little gut and probably
That's exactly how he looked.
Little tiny arms and weak shoulders, and probably thought, well, there's certain people that are just mesomorphic, and probably broke it down all these scientific terms. And, you know, they just have a fast twitch muscle fibers, and they'll say all this crazy shit that is true at the very highest levels of the winners.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that you can't become that.
No.
It just means that it's too painful for most people to go through. So very few people ever get there. So if you look at the actual results, he would be correct. But he's not correct because he doesn't take the shovel.
Exactly. That's the moral of the story.
There's not some easy, lit up, street-like path with nice smooth roads.
That's right. It's a difficult motherfucker where you're gonna fail and you're gonna be in your head. You're gonna be saying, I'm not good enough. And it's how you get through that. It's how you get through that on a daily basis when that thing is saying, man, I'm 43, I've done so much. You start to become civilized. The refrigerator gets full. You start making money, and you start, I'm not getting cold anymore, I'm retired. At 40, people shouldn't be playing basketball or football or beating them up. You start to believe this shit. And it becomes in your fucking mind like, there's people who are retired, you know, at 40-something years old or 30-something years old. At 43, I'm still putting in 100-mile weeks, still doing thousands of pull-ups, thousands of push-ups, because I'm not allowing myself to become civilized. The worst thing that can happen to a man is become civilized. You lose that fucking fight. You lose that, why the fuck am I doing this shit? I'm good. You ain't good, man. You ain't never fucking arrived. And that's just my mentality. You may have more, but you never fucking arrive. You want to be uncommon amongst uncommon people. Period.
Uncommon amongst uncommon people is one of the greatest ways to put it.
That's it. Like if you're like, for me, what got me in trouble with the Navy SEALs is I wanted to be one so bad. So bad. I fought my ass off. And I saw them as uncommon people.
I'm about to go.
Very uncommon. But once you become a Navy SEAL, you're all Navy SEAL, so guess what happens?
I'm about to go.
I want to be uncommon amongst uncommon people. I wanted to be the guy. I don't care if you fucking like me. I don't care if you don't understand me. I didn't give a fuck. Once I went through this fucking journey, this path of life, You ain't got a whole bunch of fucking guys that don't fucking like me. I don't give a fuck. I'm a warrior. Period. There's a lot of guys that have been in a lot more combat than me. A warrior's not always that. A warrior's a motherfucker who says, hey, I'm here again today. I'm here again tomorrow. I'm gonna be here the next day. I'm 50 years old, I'm still fucking getting after it. It's a person that puts no fucking limit on what's possible. And that's what got me in trouble a lot. That's why I went to Ranger School as a SEAL. That's why I tried to go to Delta Force twice. You know, I've been through all these different training programs because I was looking for, in the military, what I saw is, in the training, these people get their ass handed to them. After they get out, a lot of them get civilized. I always wanted to go back into training. When I realized that, I wanted to go back to war. And the war was in a training program where you see guys who can quit, guys who are brutal, guys who are suffering, guys who are, you go, so as a SEAL, you don't volunteer for Ranger School. I did. I put in 7 shifts, got turned down, my 8th trip, got accepted. I went at 28, 29 years old. And they go, why'd you go? Because I started becoming civilized. I started becoming complacent. I need to get my fucking ass kicked again. And when you go as a SEAL, going down to, you have no rank in Ranger School, you could be a major. You're just fucking Joe Brown. You're nobody. And you're not eating, you're not sleeping. So I always would I would immerse myself in shit like that. Even I would climb the ladder and I intentionally fall back down that motherfucker and say, all right, man, getting soft, dude. Getting soft. Kick your fucking ass again. And it's kind of the process.
Did you find resistance from that amongst other guys that didn't like that you were making them uncomfortable? Because that is something that there's a natural instinct that people have when someone's working harder than them to somehow or another diminish that person.
Well, I know that a lot of guys don't like me for a lot of reasons. And I realize that. I am a guy that doesn't care if you like me or not. And when you're an alpha male and you're against other alpha males, and we eat our own. Alpha males eat their own. And I love that shit. Let's fucking go, man. I want to eat. Hey, man, I'm all about that kind of mentality. But I would sometimes take it to another level. I wasn't part of a good old boy network. I didn't want to be part. I wanted to be David fucking Goggins. For too long in my life, and it got me in trouble. For too long in my life, I wanted to be accepted. Growing up, I lied. I fucking did what I could. If you fucking like UFC and I did it, I love it. I love it, man. Let's go fucking watch it, man. Be my friend. Be my buddy. That fucking weak ass shit. I found out through this path of life, who is David Goggins? Who am I? So going through I did it alone. There was no fucking trophy on the fucking wall, on the mantle. That trophy's in my fucking brain. No one helped me get there. No one paid my fucking bills. No one did shit for me. No one ran those fucking miles, lost that fucking weight. I suffered on my own and developed this man who said, "This is who I am, man." A very competitive, ultra competitive dude that take it what you want, man.
I call that personal sovereignty.
Exactly.
There's not a lot of people that have that.
That's me.
There's a lot of people that change who they are depending upon what people want from them.
And that's me.
Yeah, that's important, man. Most people struggle their whole life to find out who they are. Struggle their whole life to find out what. Right.
That's easy shit.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you how you can help yourself get through the times that suck. Real life. This is real life. 90% of your life will suck. 10% will be fucking happy. You don't need you don't need no one to tell you how to get through. That's happy.
Right.
That's easy shit.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you how you can help yourself get through the times that suck. Real life. This is real life. 90% of your life will suck. 10% will be fucking happy. You may be a lucky guy, have a lot of fucking money, have a great ass woman, all this shit. Trust me, one-on-one with that fucking guy, he's missing something. His life still sucks because he hasn't faced something that bothered him his whole fucking life. Something's still eating that motherfucker up.
Almost everybody.
Everybody. Eating you the fuck up. But maybe you found a good way, how I did growing up, on how to ignore that voice that's saying, you ain't facing some shit. Period, man. I'm not special. I just stopped listening. I listened to that voice. And this is why I talk so fucking aggressive. People say, man, do you believe in God? You cuss so much. When I say fuck, it's letting you know what I'm thinking. If I try to make it all pretty and shit, that's not what my life was. It was a violent struggle daily to get where I'm at today. I'm not gonna water it down. I'm not gonna water it down. Shit wasn't fun. It ain't fun today, but I'm happy.
Don't you think that your happiness is probably elevated by the amount of pain that you've gone through?
100%.
So the amount of suffering that you understand, the amount of pain that you've gone through makes you appreciate the happiness and the beautiful moments with much more intensity.
That's what weak people miss about my story. Weak people hear this soft kid and the passion in which I speak for not being intensely happy, happiest person in the world. But I'm not done. So I'm not gonna speak to you like, oh man, everything's great. No, I have a lot more shit to do. One is a warrior. And it's a true quote to life. I saw it going through training, I saw it everywhere I went. There's so many people who just show up to life that shouldn't even fucking be around. And there's few people who do all the work. I wanted to be part of that 9, and I'm working towards being that 1. And that's just how I live my life.
Now, what are you doing with your life these days?
Right now, I keep the same, I'm very routine. I get up every morning, I run, I go to the gym, and then at nighttime I stretch out. I am just trying to develop a business, costing me a lot of money trying to do that. I'm just getting out. I'm an introvert. So I never really get on social media. I'm not big on that. I'm big on being the world out as much as I can because it's getting busier every day. It's getting faster. And the faster it gets, the more you are missing who the fuck you are. So I trap my own mind a lot and say, look man, I put my phone away, I put shit away, and I go dark. I go dark a lot, and it's because I have to find out I'm on a journey of life. I'm dead to be so fucking proud of myself. Forever. This is all temporary shit to me. I want to be forever proud of who I was as a man and change who I used to be. The liar, the insecure guy, the guy who can, whatever. I want to be proud. But if I die now, if I die at 80, if I die at 90, 100, I want to look at myself and say, proud of myself.
Don't you think that also, like what we're saying, that because you've gone through so much struggle, you appreciate happiness, true happiness? Do you think that you appreciate discipline because you weren't disciplined? Do you think you appreciate the hard work you put in because you used to be weak?
Yes, I appreciate self-discipline.
Yes.
I never had, and the crazy thing about what, you say that, I didn't have a motherfucker come wake me up at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning and say, hey, you gotta get your shit in. I had no trainer. I didn't have a nutritionist. It was the self-discipline that I had to survive, to not survive, so I was weak, to thrive. No one said, hey man, you're 297 pounds, man. I'm gonna help you out. Hey man, you're not smart. I'm gonna help you out. I had to work at all this shit. I had to overcome, and it self-disciplines everything. And if you don't have it, I don't look at you right, because I know you're capable of more. It's not discipline so much for me. It's all on you. It's all on you. The self part is what's big. We need someone to hold people accountable. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. We count on people too much to get us through shit. And we look to our right, we look to our left, we're looking for help. And if you can build that self, you can build that total accountability in oneself. And it's not about being selfish. I'm trying to create a better me, so hopefully people who are hearing this are taking it the right way and can say, I can run a mile. Anybody running 205 fucking miles, doing 4,000 beating the city, ain't about all that shit. Shit doesn't matter. I want you to see how fucking far you can go. And that's all it's about, yourself. And that's where it all comes from.
Well, listen, I guarantee you've already done that. What you experienced from watching that television show and what got you out the door, what got you to sort of take the first steps to change your life, what you experienced by watching Rocky, what you experience, those moments of inspiration, those are critical for people. They need to know that someone's done something that's greater than what they can imagine themselves doing, and they want to take a step towards trying to be better. That inspiration is gigantic, and sometimes it comes across as corny. People read too much of it online. It drowns out. You lose the meaning gets lost. I mean, there's a lot of posers. There's a lot of people out there they're pretending that they're trying to offer up inspiration or a true, honest account of their experiences, But really what they're trying to do is say something that's going to get likes.
Right.
You know, they're trying to say things that they think people are going to go, yeah, double high five.
Right.
You know, there's a thing that people are doing where they're just trying to just get social cred.
That's it. That's what social media is, man. I'm gonna paint you the picture of my fake life.
Right.
I paint you a picture of my fucking real life.
Yeah.
Period. Like it or not, man.
But that real life is fuel for people.
Right.
It's fuel for me. I mean, I love that shit. I live off of it. There's a lot of people that I follow online, and you're one of them, that I can get something out of that. I could watch a short clip of you talking. I'm sure clips of this podcast, people are going to play these clips and go for fucking crazy runs afterwards.
Right. Well, I hope so.
Fuck yeah, they're gonna.
So.
You don't even have to hope. It's gonna happen.
That's good. That's good. It's how you get somewhere in life. By being that monk-like mentality and be able to watch something grow very calmly, patiently. And that's all I'm doing right now. It's not about money. It's not about people knowing me. I don't care if you like me. Whoever wants to hear this is out there. It's out there.
So your goal is to grow this.
Right. Slowly. Very slowly.
And your goal is to grow this in order to impact people?
Period. That's it. It's not about me.
What do you get out of impacting people?
It's a good question. I don't get anything out of it. I'm a tool.
But you must get something. There must be personal satisfaction. There must be a connection to those people. It must be enriching to you.
It's hard to connect with people because there's quite a few now that are coming in.
Right.
It's my duty. It's my duty to share it's kind of like it's somebody who discovered a new earth. You know, and discovered the people on people, all this shit. You think it feels good? Tell me about it. I had a 4th grade reading level in high school. I stuttered. I lied to people to be their fucking friends. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. But maybe somebody's doing the same shit. And maybe they can realize, wow, that motherfucker was a piece of shit. And he fucking now is a Navy SEAL, retired guy, and runs these miles and was 297 pounds and pathetic fucker. And wow. And people say, why are you talking so? It's the fucking truth. I was a fucking pathetic motherfucker, man. People cannot say that to themselves. We have to choose these great fucking magical words that make people feel good. Tell yourself the truth.
That's his workout. My legs are dead. Finna make some food and finna get back to stream. But yeah, that's really it. Yeah.